Today we're going to be joined by the owner of Chapter 50, and I hope I'm saying the name right, Mobile Cigar Lounge. So he'll be popping in here momentarily, and I hope you all join us for the conversation. Good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon.
How are you? Good, good.
Day.
Good. Oh, okay. So I hope I'm saying it right. Is it chapter 50? Oh, I think I lost you.
We froze out a little bit.
Okay, he's having a little difficulty. I'm sure he's going to join us. Okay. Are we back? No, still frozen.
Let me see if I step away a little bit.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I hear
Does
your
that
voice,
help?
but your picture is frozen. Okay.
Okay.
Here you are. Okay.
There we go. All right.
Okay. So is it no, you're still freezing up a little bit.
Okay, let me try to reposition maybe inside.
Okay.
All right. Are we better?
Yes, way better now. Way better now.
All right.
You were ready for the coldness out there today.
It is a little breezy, but I was smoking my cigar and drinking my coffee, so yeah, I was trying to get it all the way in.
Yeah. See, I had my coffee and my cigar earlier today, and I was heading to the liquor store early because I'm going to say, yeah, I know.
Yeah, hey, listen, I have no judgment. No judgment. I'm in.
I'm new to well, this weekend I'm going to try to smoke. I mean, well, have a cigar. I'm not trying to smoke. I smoke every day. But I'm trying bourbon for the first time. So
Wow.
on my live this morning, I was going through how I was going to try to be at the liquor store at 7 o'clock because in Maryland they open at 7 o'clock. The one I go to anyway, they open at 7 o'clock in the morning. So
There it is. Yeah, try some of that Hudson.
Hudson. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like some underrated bourbons and scotches and whiskeys and stuff like that. So
Okay.
I look
Hudson.
for the stuff that don't be so high priced, but yet quality taste.
Okay, so your mobile cigar lounge, I saw it. It came up in my feed on Instagram. So it's called Is it Chapter 50?
Yes, chapter 50. Yes.
Okay, so first of all, how did you come up with that name?
Well, that's a great question. I came up with that name because I retired this year from the fire department as a battalion chief, and me moving on to retirement, I thought that retirement sounded old. It sounded like it was too close to death.
Okay.
So I didn't really like the term retirement because I was like, wait a minute, this ain't the end for me. This is just the next chapter.
Right.
So I turned 50 next week, and hence chapter 50. So
got you.
Yeah, this is chapter 50 of my life. The new beginning. I'm moving from doing first responding to emergencies like 9/11 and all types of other things that we've actually had to encounter visually that was like just bad.
Right.
And I want to kind of move to a point where I'm coming where you happy and we festive. So that's just where I'm at.
Listen, I retired last year. So I've been retired about a year and a half. It ain't nothing like it. And you're right. When people hear retired, they think 67, 70, 80.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, I retired at 54. So my official retirement was at 55.
Gotcha.
So I was like, you know what? Well, here's the thing. I never said I was going to work until I was 62 or 67 or whatever the age is that they keep raising it up to. Because I said, as soon as I was able, age-wise or job-wise, I'm retired. I'm out of there because I want to be young enough to do what I want to do.
For
So
sure.
when you started the mobile cigar lounge, did you see that there was a need here in the DC area for that?
Yeah, I saw that it was like an untapped area. There are other mobile lounges in the area that I
What?
do see.
Really?
Yeah, but they're different. More of them are like party buses.
Okay.
My model is more of a model of events. Whereas I can come to your home and create an environment of a she shed or clubhouse environment for the fellas to watch the fight,
Mm-hmm.
or for the ladies just to get in the backyard and sip wine and drink and do whatever they want to do. But some people don't allow for smoking in their home.
Right.
So I wanted to have that element, versus going around to different club sites, pulling up, driving, smoking, and the party bus type feel.
Right.
So I'm more event driven.
Okay. So when you decided to do this, and after you retired, you decided to do this. Were you afraid that the party bus type of scenarios, did you think that people would think that that's what you were, like just basically a party bus but just on a larger scale?
I never really put a lot of thought to that part of it in regards to, what people might have thought about the party bus versus my endeavor,
Mm-hmm.
because my endeavor was, like you said earlier, kind of unique in regards to there are not a lot of people who actually have it. So I
Mm-hmm.
didn't think that it would kind of maneuver one way or the other. I just
Mm-hmm.
thought it would be like, okay, we're gonna, explode out here and try to do the best we can do to create our own name.
Okay.
And it's all challenging, honestly. The fear is just really
Mm-hmm.
doing anything,
Mm-hmm.
just try to do something different. Or, like I said, I've been doing what I've been doing with the fire service for 32 years, and just going into the cigar business, or I don't care if it's massage therapy, whatever, just doing something different and allowing that to be the source of where you get revenue from can just be challenging in itself.
Right. So now, do you have employees, or is it just you um on the mobile lounge?
So it's a family business. I'm trying to kind of I have 4 children, and two of my children that are in their younger 20s, they are working with me hard. My devoted wife, she works with me as well. I have a partner that works with me with complexity teas. He works with me as well. So it's a collaborative effort with he and I, and we just kind of work together. But more overly, my family kind of supports this situation. And
Mm-hmm.
we're hoping to just try to create a good example of Black business, Black enterprise,
Mm-hmm.
just people seeing a good example of good business. Sometimes we as African American people, we find ourselves getting bad, publicity about
Right.
how we conduct business. So
Right.
we just want to kind of give a good look, and that's our goal. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So we like the feedback. We want to hear, what we can do better, because we want to make your event, our priority.
Okay, so when you decided to do the mobile lounge, did you know that you were going to do, because it looks like it's a race car trailer?
Yeah.
Well, I say race car trailer. I guess it's just a trailer, I guess, is whatever you put in there. So did you know that you wanted it to be a trailer of that size, or did you look at different options as to, is it going to be a trailer? Is it going to be an RV? Is it, like, how did you come up with it being where it is now?
So that's a great question, because when I first endeavored to look into this, a buddy of mine had a retirement dinner at the firehouse, and I didn't make it, but somebody said, "Hey man, he had a cigar truck out there. Oh, it was so nice, and yada yada yada." So I was like, "Okay, cool." But that's where the light bulb kicked in, and then I started doing my Google searches and just looking around the country, and so many people have different models throughout the country of
Mhm.
mobile lounges. So the lounge that people are seeing right now, That's pretty much the flagship. And that particular lounge is more accessible because it's not as big. However, I did purchase another lounge, and
Oh,
that's a camper. And
okay.
that camper has two bathrooms, it has living room, fireplace, it has a lot more, but it's so big that I can't really bring that one to the smaller events. I really need like a bigger platform to do that.
Okay, so the one that you just purchased, is that a fifth wheel or is it an A class? I'm a
It's
camper, so so I
it's a
know.
fifth wheel.
Okay, okay.
It's a fifth wheel.
So
Yeah.
so now and because you said that, like I said, when I saw yours here in the DMV area, DC, Maryland, Virginia, for those of you not from the area, when I saw yours, the only other two that I've seen, one was in Atlanta and the other one I believe is in Texas. Those were the only two. One is an RV. No, matter of fact, both of them are an RV. So
Yeah.
it was like, man, when your feed came up in my or your story, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was a picture or what it was. I was like, wait, he's in DC. Like
Yeah.
literally, probably real close to me because I'm in the Suitland area. So
Okay.
it's like,
Yeah.
I can't believe that someone here actually has put their finger on what a cigar smoker's like. So when you went to set up your mobile lounge, because it's a nice layout, how did you go about, placing, or did you say, oh, okay, all I want is some open seating area, I can throw some chairs out there and it be done? Or did you say, I need a humidor, I needed this, that? How did you come up with the layout?
So it was a 3-year process. And shout out to Crystal Taylor. She worked with me with this process in regards to, just design. I gave her a lot of my ideas, a lot of my thoughts of what I wanted to see. I wanted it to look as though we were actually in a lounge.
Okay.
And she was very descriptive in regards to helping me with that process. So, and getting my ideas visualize.
Mm-hmm.
Verve Well Life is her name of her company, and she's a interior decorator, and she helped me a lot with that. It was her help, and along with my team, my contracting team that I had that just put it together. But what we wanted is what we see when we go to all of the lounges in the area.
Mm-hmm.
The TGs, actually now I just went last night to 1865. They really, really nice there. The one out there in Waldorf. What's the one in Waldorf?
Privilege.
Privilege, yeah. And then uh, there's a lot of them, and I can't think offhand right now. But
Mm-hmm.
over there, I think I've heard you because I've listened to your show a couple of times since you've kind of chimed in with me. So I think you kind of frequent that one as well over
Mm-hmm.
there.
A veteran cigar lounge.
Yeah,
There's Ladies First.
yeah. I just had some people with me when Ladies First yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Day before yesterday, I did an event and had a few people come from over there and say I got to get there because I've been there, but I hadn't been able to get in.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just those type of places, those types of feels is what I wanted to be able to bring to your backyard, what
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to bring to your festival, to your football game at the tailgate,
Mm-hmm.
whatever your needs might be, your wedding, we just want to be there and have that type of feel because the culture is here.
Right.
We really, really getting into this, and a lot of people are enjoying this, and it's a good pastime. So
Right.
I just wanted people to have that feel.
Now, and I see that on some of your latest pictures and videos that you have, I know you have the indoor seating, but I also see that you have like seating on the outside, like roped off. So is that an addition to what you first had? Because I don't remember seeing the outdoor seating at first, but is that something that you have incorporated because the events have been getting bigger?
No, it's always been an expandable facet that we wanted to have there. We have different layouts for the outside based upon where we are. So,
Gotcha.
like in the very beginning, The first event that I actually did was the Cooling You Wine Festival in Clinton,
Mm-hmm.
and out there we did the lawn chairs.
Okay.
Oh, instead of the bistro tables, we did the lawn chairs and things like that. So we can kind of like, build it up to what you want, or take it down or however you like to have it. And
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to the bistros, we have seating for up to like 20 people on the outside. And as you say, we rope it off and we try to give it a class look. Just try to make it, as dignified as the people that we're serving.
Okay. And so when you do that, do you provide all of that, the tables, the lawn chairs, the chairs, whatever, you provide all of that?
I provide all of that. I
So
provide.
now, did you have to get now I don't know. I think I've seen alcohol. So did you have to get a liquor license to do this, or do are your patrons the one that provide the alcohol and you just provide the bartender?
It's all based upon the event. Some entities, like I'm doing an event, hopefully in October. It's like from the 15th, 14th to the 16th at RFK. And that particular event is going to be an event for youth sports, and there's supposed to be a lot of parents and stuff out. So they asked for me to come out. They're looking for alcohol and stuff. So I would have to get a permit to be able to do that particular festival. But
Okay.
if I came to your house, that's different.
Okay.
It's like an extension of your home.
Okay. Okay.
Mm,
Got you. So when you foresee this being like an all year type of mobile lounge, like even when it gets cold here in DC, and our cold is not like everybody else's cold. Like we can be 20 degrees today. Like today, I think we 56, 57, and then
right.
over the weekend we're gonna be 80. So is this gonna be an all year type of mobile lounge?
Yes. Yes, it is. The simple answer is yes. What I purchased, even like you said earlier, it's a car trailer. And when I purchased the car trailer, I ensured that it was, temperature controlled. So in hot days, I close that back up and I have the air conditioner on and it's good and frigid. It's nice and cold in there. But even in the anticipated warm I'm sorry, cold days, I would like to be able to be inside. Now we haven't, had any experience with that yet because we're
Mhm.
just starting. But during those colder weather months, we anticipate, being able to be inside. We have heat. If there's a need, I have electrical outlets where people can hook up their cell phones to charge their phones and things like that. So I also have higher ampage to bring in space heaters and things of that nature. Because
Oh, okay, that's great.
yeah, it's cold outside. People still like to smoke,
Yeah. Yeah.
So I want an environment that's like, all right, this is okay, but yet we can watch the game, we can do whatever we're doing,
Okay.
inside.
So have you found that more ladies are booking you, or is it more of the on the gentleman side?
You know, um, that's a really good question. I haven't put too much thought into it, but as I go through my mind now and just think about the people that have came in contact with me, it's a close mixture. But I
Mhm.
do get a good mixture. It's ladies as well as men, because a lot of people tend to think that cigars is more, men. Nah, it's a unisex
Right.
situation,
Right.
and a lot of ladies that's like, hey, I want you here, and have booked.
Mhm.
So there's stuff that is coming that I really have, as I think now, more ladies that I have in the future coming up than I do men.
Yeah.
But
And I have to say that my shirt says it all. I don't know if you can see my shirt. Women smoke cigars.
yeah,
Um
it is.
um I have found that doing in this being in the cigar world, I was first inundated with a lot of the gentlemen that smoke cigars. How did the gentlemen smoke cigars and things like that. But then I started to figure out that holy cow, holy smokes, women make up a lot of cigar smokers.
Oh yeah.
And I literally was floored by it. So when you see that now you're going to have the RV, and then you're going to have this, are they going to be two separate entities? Are they both going to be I can book both of them. I'm sure I could if I wanted one event. Or are you doing it so that you can expand your business more and do two different events simultaneously?
Yeah, all of the above. I wanna make sure that I can facilitate your event. If the 12 to 14 passenger situation with the 20 plus seating on the outside is not big enough, then I can bring the RV camper out there.
Mm-hmm.
Or I could do two different events at one time. Just or if you needed the camper more than the car trailer model, I can bring that out there. So I want to be diverse. I want to be able to expand. I want to be able to, just have certain things. And then in the future, I like to be able to do events. Like you said, I looked in Atlanta as well. They have a great model in Atlanta. Young lady actually has the one that I saw in Atlanta, which was lipsticks and fingertips.
Mm-hmm.
And she does a really, really good job from what I see on her Instagram page in regards to gatherings and things like that, that really look upscale, that really look like, black excellence. And don't get me wrong, and I say black excellence because I love you and I, but I'm not biased to any other, racial or religious entity.
Mm-hmm.
I'm open for whomever, but I do have to, be more in tune to self, before I can help and love other entities. So, I just marvel at the fact when I see black folk, doing things positive, because there's so many negative images that we always see. We just did the A Street Festival.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that was awesome. It was such a great time. No violence, nothing but love. Black community, we're really a community that's diverse now.
Right.
And there's just a lot that was going on. But, if you thought about it, a couple of weeks before, the Redskin player ended up getting shot on the same street.
Right.
So, I want to make sure that we talking about the good stuff
Right.
that's happening in our community, and we showing the good stuff that's happening in our community versus always hearing about the negativity of the community.
Exactly. So now, do you sell cigars in your mobile lounge?
I do sell cigars. I do sell cigars. I have my own cigar, Chapter 50.
What?
I'm
Wait,
working.
what? How did
Yeah,
I miss that?
yeah. If you look at site, you'll see some of it up there. But the site is still under construction. I'm
Mm-hmm.
still working on my IT stuff, so some of that is my fault. How it could be missed.
Mm-hmm.
But I have like I want to say 8 different cigars right now. Yeah, Connecticut
You
Maduro.
you gotta send me a couple so I can smoke and review. I love, especially if it's local. I mean,
Yes,
local.
yeah, it's coming your way. When we get off, I will be emailing your team, and I'm gonna get some addresses, or we can get a meeting point. However, because you're nearby, I'm
Right.
not far from Suitland as well, and I
Okay.
can drop you off a couple of sticks. And let me know when you review it. Please be bluntly honest.
Oh, I
Um,
am. I am.
yeah,
That's the one thing that you can count on from me, because
yeah,
I never say, here's the thing though. I never say that a cigar is bad because I might not like it, somebody else might. So
for sure.
I never say that the cigar is bad and it's this and it's that. I always say, I didn't care for this, but if you like this, then this, you will like it. So,
Right.
and I think that's why accidentally I became an influencer, because I did say that. I mean, it's, and I'm just basic. I'm bougie but basic. So it's
Listen, I listened to like one of your first interviews. You had two gentlemen with you, and
Mhm.
I was listening to what you're even saying now about your basic approach, and you just was like really like light bulb just went off in my head because I've been saying the same. What does leather taste like?
Right.
You know,
Right.
what
Like,
are
I'm
these
not
things?
going around licking leather and silver and
Yeah,
all
yeah.
that. Does
So
that?
you that basic approach is what's needed for, because we don't have to adopt other people's stuff. We
Exactly.
be us and be honest about what we understand and put it in perspective so others will be able to kind of, yeah, I know exactly what she's talking about.
Right, right.
You know,
So with the cigars that you carry in your mobile lounge, are they, you said you carry some of yours, but now do you have favorites that you put in there, for your events?
So I don't travel with anyone else's cigars. I
Okay.
only travel with my cigars.
Good
There's
thing.
but with the only exception of I bring some sweeter cigars
Hmm.
that where I actually get my cigars from that particular farm in Nicaragua.
Hmm.
They don't do sweet or like the Javas or the fat bottom Betties.
Hmm.
They don't do those flavored or
Infused.
infused style of cigars.
Okay.
So I bring a couple of those because I know people like that. So and typically I roll with the Crazy Alice's or the Fat Bottom Betties.
Okay.
Outside
Yeah.
of that, I bring a nice Connecticut, I bring a nice Maduro, a natural leaf, and I have different sizes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So what is with your brand of cigars? How long did it take you? Because you were in the process. I'm guessing you were in the process of doing your mobile lounge and the cigars simultaneously. So
Yes.
how long did it take you to decide on for you to have 8 cigars? How long
Yeah.
did it take you to do that?
So that was all within the 3 year process of vetting and speaking to different entities, looking at different price points. And I ended up coming up with a cigar from Nicaragua that's Cuban seeded and hand rolled. So once I kind of got a taste of that and saw the level of consistency, because that's something else that we find we have issues with is consistency, which I might have bought, some cigars, from this entity, and it's like it's doing this. It's like, okay, this is good. Then the next batch is doing something else.
Okay,
So
got you.
yeah, so consistency was a big concern. And I came up with what I came up with, and we're enjoying it. A lot of people have saluted it, and then, like you say, everything is not for everybody, but
Hmm.
I do enjoy it. I was actually smoking one outside. That's why I was outside trying to
Okay.
get smoking coffee on.
Okay.
Yeah, that's that's my pair. That's my go-to. Now, don't get me wrong. Like you getting ready to do the whiskey piece, right?
Hmm.
And the bourbon. I love whiskey and bourbon with cigars, but I'm just so fascinated with coffee and cigars.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is how I start my morning. I start my morning. Now, I don't know if you were privileged enough to get Joe Claire's coffee when he was doing his coffee. Yes.
Nah,
Yes.
I didn't even realize Joe Claire had a call. Nah,
Yes. He has a coffee.
it's done? It's over? Or?
Well, he was moving distributors, so I don't know if it's like if he has any more left. But he had a coffee right when I started smoking cigars. His coffee came out and he sent me some, and I paired it with the coffee because no, I always saw people smoking a cigar with a drink, an alcoholic beverage or whatever. So,
Right.
but just one morning I woke up and I was like, man, I want some coffee, but I'm already smoking a cigar. Well, I don't know. I'm just gonna go with it. I'm gonna go with it.
Yeah.
And it changed the entire experience of having coffee in the morning.
Oh, it's a game changer.
It's a
It's a
game
game.
changer. I
People don't realize, but that is it. That
It
is
is.
everything.
So
Yeah.
every morning I wake up and I don't I have had a Fat Bottom Betty and a Leather Rose. I've had those, but I just like beginning my day with, well, I'm a brand ambassador for Sassy Soul Cigars, and they have a Jew Breezy Connecticut
Mm,
that is like a mild creamy vanilla type of
mm.
cigar. That is the cigar I like to have in the morning. Now, I have had other cigars. I can't wait to get yours because I'm definitely going to try your cigar.
There
Um,
you go.
so I base my cigar selection on my coffee selection in the morning. If I go with the Starbucks, if I just, rushing out the house and I didn't get my smoke and cigar in and I rushed to Starbucks, that's going to determine my cigar that I start my day with. So do you base your coffee, or are you a straight, Maxwell House Folgers, whatever, coffee guy, and you just go with that same coffee every day?
Yeah, I pretty much go with the same coffee every day. I get a nice Colombian roast coffee. It's not really that high test style.
Okay.
Some of that kind of, because for me with coffee, sometimes it takes me so far up and then
Mm-hmm.
it drops me back.
Oh, okay.
So, so I just I'm a mild or medium bowl coffee drinker. So I stick with the same coffee. It works for me in regards to my cigars.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm pretty straightforward with that.
Do you have the same cigar every when you start your day? Do you have the exact same cigar every day for with your
Um,
coffee?
no, not really. So it depends on my day too, because I haven't retired as of yet. I
Mm-hmm.
retire, the end of this year.
Okay.
So at times I'm at work, so I'm not really at liberty to always, be able to take it in like that and smoke.
Got you.
But typically I would take my Connecticut, I smoke that, and drink me a cup of coffee,
Okay.
and like I said, it might be a different, ring gauge or something like that, because a lot of times that kind of influences flavors,
Right.
because of how much tobacco and stuff is in cigars. So
Mm-hmm.
like I have a torpedo that I smoke pretty much is dynamite for
Mm-hmm.
me. And then I have a 60 gauge that I smoke as well that's really, really good. So I start off kind of light, flavorful,
Mm-hmm.
little peppery, but not much, but just not one of those Connecticut's that is like you smoking air.
Okay. Got you.
Yeah,
Got you.
yeah.
So tell everyone, I know you're on Instagram
Mhm.
as CHAP_TR50.
Yes.
See,
Well, no, try. Well, I'm gonna try it one more time. CHAPTR___50.
okay, so three underscores.
Yes.
Okay, got you.
And then
See,
you'll
because
see the
when you
red
look at
label.
it, it doesn't, you don't know if it's how many underscores, how many dashes, you never know.
Yeah. No, I
And
got
then I looked at it one day and I was like, is that a 5 or a S? That'll
it.
tell you what I was doing when I was doing that.
Hey, listen, and this is another thing. I'm about to go on my birthday is next week, so we're going out of town to the DR.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I picked DR because I love their cigars, so we're gonna go and get some cigars down there. But one of the other things that I like to do with my coffee is they have a creamer
Mm-hmm.
that is tequila, and I pour that tequila creamer into my coffee.
Now
Game changer.
wait a minute.
Game changer.
Who has this tequila creamer?
Well, I like to get it from overseas when we on those islands. But if you go to Total Wine, they have them. They have them. Oh yeah, and the rum. They have rum creamers.
Listen,
So
my whole morning routine is going to change.
yeah, you will listen. You will enjoy it. I promise you that. The one that I like the most is the rum. The
Mm-hmm.
rum is a little bit more bold. The
Mm-hmm.
tequila is good. It's really, really good, but the rum is a little bit more bold.
See, I'm a rum drinker, so
Yeah. Oh yeah.
okay. I'm
Yeah.
blaming you. I'm blaming you in advance. I'm blaming you in advance.
Yeah. They have their other drinks that they use with Baileys. They call it the Irish coffees.
Yes.
It's similar feel.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Game changer.
Stranger.
Yes.
I want to
Yeah.
thank you. And first, I want to thank you for sitting down and talking to me. Second, I want to thank you because our schedule mixed up, and you
I
were still able
apologize.
to do it today.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, when my intern said, oh, he could do it today. What? Wait, hold on, I'm on my way.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I do want to apologize. I don't know. In my mind, I've been scrambling. I had a couple of events the other day, and I thought it
Mm-hmm.
was Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So, to all of your lovely viewers, I do apologize for being absent. Please charge it to my mind and not my heart. I
I
wanted
fully
to,
understand.
yeah,
Fully understand. Because you know what? Because sometimes I look at the date, and you know how the calendar goes straight across, but sometimes they'll have the Saturday, Sunday next to each other. And it's like, wait, well,
yeah,
maybe I looked at it wrong because I could be wrong.
nah,
So,
yeah. It was
or maybe I
operator
had a
error.
little bit too much early happy hour.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I understand. It was me too. Though. Operator error. It was me. So I do apologize. Thank you for having me, man. I really, really, really
And
appreciate
I can't wait
the
I can't
opportunity.
wait to get your cigars, I'm just like, I'm ecstatic. I'm ecstatic to know that you not only have a mobile cigar lounge, but you actually have your own cigars. I mean, you go on and do that damn thing. You go ahead. You're going to be
We,
set up nice when you retire at the end of the year. And happy early retirement from me to you, just in case I don't
thank
get an
you.
invite to the retirement party. I'm just
You got,
saying.
if you ain't there, I'm gonna take total offense. I'm gonna be
Listen,
totally offended.
my inbox is open for that invitation.
It's coming. It's on its way, and we're gonna have a grand time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I told somebody this morning, I'm not an angry drunk, I'm a silly drunk. So what you see right now, I'm not even drunk. So you
Yeah.
get all of this foolishness when I'm drunk.
Well, I tell you what, I'm gonna meet you on the dance floor. I see you out there.
All right, because I got some moves. I might be 56, but I can still move it. I'll be aching with Ben Gay the next day, but it's all right.
Listen, what a bargain. Yeah, I can live with that. Yeah, so I appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you.
I look forward to seeing you too. So you have a great rest of your Friday, and we'll be talking in our Instagram.
Okay, I thank you so much, y'all.
Thank
Blessings.
you. Bye-bye.
All right now, peace.